on YouTube for about 8-9 months. I've been on TikTok for 2-3 months more consistently. So I have some thoughts about women's hockey and being a woman in such a sport. And it's hard, especially in the beginning. It was really tough. Sometimes we tend to question ourselves and in silly ways, because if you really think about it, it just doesn't make sense. So I was thinking, I'm like, who am I to, especially being from the Mediterranean and not being your typical Canadian or like American or the kind of countries that have hockey as their sport. I felt like I was almost stealing the sport, and I'm like, why am I thinking this way? It's no one's sport necessarily, and always everyone has the freedom to try this sport. Imposter syndrome was real, obviously, and I say it all the time. I'm a beginner. I don't know what I'm doing, and that's a reason, because I don't claim to know that I know what I'm doing, because I don't. And I think that's what makes it interesting and fun for me, because I love experimenting and I love trying out new things and learning with everyone, connecting. It's also easy when you have it in your head that as a woman you don't feel as respected and knowledgeable as men. It can also be in my head when I played a little bit at one game that I went to just for the first time. I kind of asked for the puck and I didn't get the puck. It might be because I was new, maybe the person didn't realize, but it was the moment that I felt like, is it because I'm a woman? Is it because I'm a beginner? Is it because it's just thoughts that came into my head? I think the biggest struggle that I've had is hate on social media. Even though YouTube has been so great so far, everyone has been supportive, and thank you. And on TikTok as well, there's a lot of nice people, but there's always the odd person once in a while that they say, for example, someone said, I was talking about goalies, talking about different positions in hockey and which one should I play. Someone said, you should become a goalie because you already have the mask on. As in, like, my face looks like it's a mask. Why is it so necessary for you to make such a comment? Other people, they assume that I'm a puck bunny because I'm interested in hockey. And the funniest thing is that I put myself out there and I'm learning the sport because I want to understand it. I genuinely love it. I love the people, I love the game, I love watching, I love playing now. I would just assume that I'm a puck bunny. Another thing that I find really nice though is that lots of people that actually support women's hockey and women in hockey and my journey, they would just supporting me in the comments, and they were just saying, oh, he's jealous, or like, ignore them, ignore the trolls. Obviously, women's hockey is still new. Women in sport is still new, and I don't understand this. Just because it started, lots of these sports, including football, including hockey, it started with men's leagues, doesn't necessarily mean that women do not belong. It's just because it's a little bit delayed and now we are in 2025, it doesn't mean that women shouldn't be doing it, and it doesn't mean that they're less than or less capable. Yes, biologically, women tend to be different, but that does not mean that just with some adaptations, the sport cannot be made for women. Overall, I think hockey is such a great sport with a great community, supportive people for the most part, but there were so many times that I questioned myself and what am I doing here? And am I doing the right thing? Who am I? Then, you know, some people almost remind me that I belong here and I'm doing this for a reason. I'm being supported and people want to see my journey, and I appreciate everyone. Some people would say, especially on TikTok, I mean, on YouTube, I'm still building my audience. And again, thank you to whoever is still here. I appreciate you. But someone commented saying that, I want to tell you that your account inspires me to keep going. And I'm 39. I just learned how to play hockey. So many people that are in their 40s, in their 50s. And there was someone else that said, you're my favorite TikToker. I can't wait to see you play games, and that's what keeps me going. When I doubt myself, or when haters come in, I just say to myself, who do I do this for? And I say, first of all, I do it for myself because it's fun. I do it for fun. I do it because I love connecting with people. I do it because I love learning. I am not playing to get drafted in the PWHL. I'm playing so I can share my experience, inspire people, share my knowledge, entertain people. That's my main goal, honestly. And I want people to go after what they want, whether that would be playing hockey or new career or travel the world, whatever it would be. Something that you really want, you should go for it, no matter your age, no matter your circumstances. Yeah, sometimes you have to create the circumstances. I'm not saying that it's easy. Sometimes it's a journey that will take some time, but do it. I didn't start this journey saying I'm a pro. I started this journey saying I'm a beginner. I'm gonna build on this and see where it goes. I think what is super important to me, the reason why I'm doing this is primarily for all the girls and women, especially the small girls that just whether they want to do it professionally, whether they want to do it for fun, and women, whatever their age, and men, of course, let's not forget the men, but it's primarily little girls that they want to do this and just like learn something, including hockey, in the future of young girls, that they really want to make it a thing. To be honest, the way that I see hockey growing, and I see there was someone on my comments saying that they're fighting for women's hockey and girls, and I see things improving and moving forward, and I predict that women's hockey's future is very bright. Don't forget the BWHL is doing so much work to see how women's hockey is gonna evolve in the future, and hockey in general. I see lots of places like from Egypt to Saudi Arabia to Portugal now to India, Kenya, Australia, lots of places that hockey is becoming a thing. So guys, we're at the right time, the right space. There are times that things can get me down and it can get into my head and I might doubt myself. The good thing about me is like when I love something, and especially when I have people support, that's what really keeps me going. And when I see comments like, you're my favorite TikToker, can't wait to see you playing games, I love your account, I love your videos, I love seeing, that's what matters to me, to be honest. And even more so, one day I hope girls come to me and say, you inspire, or whoever, I hope they come to me and say, you inspired me to start playing hockey, you inspired me to start playing football, you inspired me to leave this relationship, you inspired me to live my life in my own terms. That's what I want one day. And maybe the message to my future self, and whoever is watching now, I think you're still early in my journey, and I hope you get to see where I go and what happens with this journey. And maybe a few years from now we just say, remember the time when you were just starting. Haters will be my comments, and you know, lots of people say do not engage, do not give them power, but sometimes I feel like I owe the girls, I owe the people that they are afraid to say something, but because I think that sometimes, and I try not to engage with everyone, but I find that it is unfair to just come here and also, why do you care? It's my journey, why do you care? And sometimes people, they just want to feel better about themselves and they just want to bring you down. The good thing is that doesn't work for me. It might work for a few minutes, maybe an hour, 2 hours, even a day, but next day I'm just like, get up, keep going. I want to share this journey with positivity as much as possible because I want to be real as well. It's important to also show the struggles behind the journey because I just want to be real. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I'd like to think that I am trying to be as honest as possible and authentic, and that's so super important to me. Anything else you want to say? As in, like, I'm asking myself, do I want to say anything else? With this, I will stop yapping. I'm sure you don't want to continue listening to me. Thank you for watching, of course. And I will see you in my next video, and goodbye.